title is How I Fought My Way Out of My Paper Bag. Maria Reid is here to tell her story on Where Were You?
When they told me that, when my mama told me, baby, they ain't gonna give you your baby. Because my mom died 2015. Okay, my mother died, and I found all them clothes and stuff she had bought for my daughter because she wasn't allowed to see her, and I had already designated for my mom to get her, but they took her. I went one Christmas. She was 13 years old. I got to see her, and it was an ugly deal. I mean, this woman had daughters, and just the whole 9 yards, and they lived in this big old house, and uh, yeah, they got to talking crazy to me, talking about who's her daddy and then just all them questions and stuff. And it just was an inappropriate time for this woman's daughters to be asking me about who my daughter's daddy was. None of your business.
These are her stepsisters, or
Stepsisters, yeah.
gonna ask you.
Yeah, they had me in a living room.
Like they grown.
Like they grown.
You
like
owe them an answer.
Right. So I told him, you can just take me. And I told him, I said, you can take me to the airport. I called a friend of mine and said, go to my apartment. There's some money stuck in there. And go get me a plane ticket. Because I'm coming back to Denver. And I cried. I wasn't right for about a week. Okay. Then I got hopeless again. It was devastating for me.
When you say hopeless again, does that mean you relapse?
No, I didn't relapse. I just was like depressed.
Emotionally, okay.
Yeah, I got severely depressed behind that. And I was angry. Okay, I said, okay, but you put yourself in the situation.
There you go.
And I had to look at it, and I said, I was cleaning parking lots and 2 bars. And I did this old lady's house, okay? Because somebody still would give me a decent job after I got laid off. And I kept going, and I kept going, and I kept going. And my mom came out to visit me over there off the Trenton Street. She liked the apartment, I fixed it up. She had her own little room and everything. She was all cool with that. She met some of my friends, I had surrounded myself around people that didn't use, okay? Good. And they were there with me. My buddy from the sheriff's department, all of that. I put a whole different spin on it right there in that apartment.
Amen.
So I was like, it's possible. But I still didn't have a job. I was out there hustling. And I can remember when I woke up one morning like at 12 something in the morning, got my clothes on, and my mom wakes up and she says, child, where do you think you're going? I said, Mom, I gotta go to work. Where are you working at? I want to go. I said, I'd rather you not see this, Mom. She said, I want to go. I said, okay. You want to see what I do for a living? So I took her. I took her down the alley. There's a liquor store on the corner. Then there's a Family Dollar. I went to go do them parking lots right there. I took her there. Then I drove her down Colfax. Took her to the Knob Hill. Took her to the Knob Hill and the Great Wall. Down there off Colfax in Pennsylvania. I picked up that parking lot, went to the Knob Hill, opened up the bar, went inside, cleaned that bar, cleaned that parking lot, and I told her I'm not done. So I had timed it to where by the time I got done with all of that, I would go down to the west side. And I had a bar down there that I would clean, pick up the parking lot, and then at 8 o'clock in the morning, I would be done to go see my little old lady, Miss Lyle. I go over there, take care of her garden, do painting for just odd jobs. At 12 o'clock, I was done. My mom looked at me. She said, "Baby, at least it's legal."
Man.
Okay, so
Oof.
I kept doing that for a long time. Okay, and then I caught a break. I caught a break. It
Amen.
was, I mean, God had to be with me because I remember I had a job interview at Red Lion Hotel. They called me and said, "Oh no, we're not going to have that position." And it snowed that day, and I was just so frustrated. I was in the car. I just started crying. I said, "See, like the harder I try, the worse this is getting." But I still had to remember, you're gonna be okay.
Amen.
You're gonna be okay. You just got to get through this. And the hotel didn't come through, and I was upset. So I went to the unemployment office over off of Lowry. There was a little unemployment office over there. And I seen this ad, you gotta live $75. I said, I don't know if I could do that. That's kind of heavy. I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna apply. And I went in that office. It was a panel of three men. Okay, so
3 men.
three men. I kind of looked and said, I'm getting into, but just turn around, and it was like the ancestors of God was saying, no, walk in there. And I'm like, I looked at them, I looked around, I looked at that door, and I was like, I might as well just leave. This ain't gonna happen. And still something was saying, go in there. So when I walked in, I said to them, I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste mine. I'm a convicted felon. I have 2 felonies. They're drug charges. And if you tell me right now, there's no chance for me to even get hired with this company, I can walk out this door. That man looked at me. That man looked at me. He said, well, you just come right on in here and sit down.
Hey, he said, come on in and sit down. Say, we know that story.
Yeah, he told me
Amen.
to sit down. Okay, and I just was like, huh? And he told me that because I had went to this job fair at the Red Lion, okay, and that's where I seen this guy. He told me he could get me a job, and I told my mom, I said, you know how people are? They be BSing about getting you a job. They be BSing about getting a job, okay? So, and he told me I could get you an interview in 3 days. Mom said, baby, just go ahead and try it. Just go ahead and try it. And I was like, yeah. So when I walked in and told them that, they told me to sit down. I sat down. They asked me, can you piss in a cup and piss clean? Yep. I was like, now what? They had me fill out some paperwork. They sent me to the UA place. They sent me to do these machines. And they called me. They said, can you be here Monday morning?
Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
Moving on up. They asked me, could you be here? And that was 2012, March the 16th.
You remember that day.
I remember that day because I'm still with the same company to this day.
Go on, girl. Go on now.
To this day, I transferred from Denver to Utah with the same company. The same company. So people don't think God is not real. My God is real.
Come on now, say that.
My God is real. As real can get. My God, my ancestors, my spiritual advisors, they're all real to me. Okay? They're
Okay.
all real. They're all real.
You
Because
know. Go ahead.
I didn't see, I couldn't see anything. I could see the anger I had, the hurt, the bitterness, how it was done with my child, how it was done with this painting job. I seen all of that, and I had to push forward. This company hired me to paint, and they ran out of painting work. And they said, "Hey," guy pulled me in his office. They said, "Hey, Marie, I can't afford to lose you. I would like for you to consider going to school for sheet metal." I said, "Sheet metal? But I'm a painter. I'm a painter." I thought about it. Learn a new trade. I learned a new trade at the age of 50.
What?
At the age of 50, a new trade.
Okay.
I signed up for the apprenticeship program and graduated.
Amen.
And graduated. Yeah.
Maria, I keep doing my eyes like this because I got allergies.
Oh, that's fine.
And I am really glad that you told that story. Before we kind of get wrapped up here, I just wanted to know, and if you feel uncomfortable, please we won't even go there.
Yeah.
But how is that relationship with your daughter? Did that ever get better? Or?
Uh, my mom died when she turned 18. My mom died like 2 days after she turned 18 years old. And we didn't talk for a minute. And she was kind of a little rough around the edges. She's an outspoken young lady. But me and her are pretty tight. And I got a grandson, and
Oh, come on,
yeah,
Grandma.
I got a little grandson, and I've been down there 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. And me and her spent time together. We went, she drove me to Louisiana, she took me to Mississippi.
Oh,
Yeah, she let me take my grandson, and she told me, she says, "Mom, I will never deny you the right to see them." Okay? Yeah. She told
that's
me
a
I
hard thing.
it's a hard pill for your child to tell you that, because she knows what happened. And she told me about how she hated to be in that house with them, okay? Just, that was a hard pill. It was a hard pill to look at this young lady. She's grown. She's grown to tell me this, that she would never deny me the access. Me and her talk just about every day.
Praise God.
Okay? But some of us don't get that with our children. We don't
You're
get that.
right.
The doors get closed, the books get, they just slam everything in your face and tell you about how messed up you are as a person. They don't even know you. They don't know what you went through. They don't know what you struggled with. They don't know all the stuff, and I went through so much just to find out what took me into my addiction. Okay? People don't talk about mental illness in the Black community. Okay? We don't talk. There's so much stuff that we were taught not to talk about. So yeah, it's a lot. And to this day, I thank my mama, even though she had a mental illness. Okay. I thank her. I thank God. I thank the people that were there for me. Um, I thank the company just as well.
You
Okay.
know, you from what you've told me, you have a scroll of people you can thank.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
I mean, because a lot of people had to be involved. Maria, that was remarkable, and I'm really glad to hear about the relationship with you, your daughter. I'm really glad that you mentioned God and how He played a magnificent part in
He
all of
did.
this. And for anyone else that may think that you're at the end of the rope, you show that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. If that's the way you want to go. See, you
But
didn't
if you
have to
don't have,
stop. You could have just
you,
died out there.
thank you. I could have died out there. Um, the craziness that went with all of it. I mean, just the whole ball of wax. Like when my mom died. My mom was my rock.
I hear you.
I mean, that was my anchor in tow. Okay,
Okay.
seriously.
I hear you though.
And people don't understand that, and they, I had to find out what was wrong with my mother, and when I found out, it was heartbreaking. When I found out that, I'm just now finding out more stuff. My mother's been dead for almost 7 years now. And now stuff is starting to come out. I don't even know who my family is. Aunts, uncles, and it's crazy. But like I said, my mom was my rock. Okay. And at the end of all this, I ended up with a house. I ended up with the house. My mother passed. And the same woman that told me, you want your child, you and your mama need to get a lawyer. Told me, she said, the house is rightfully ours. I said, really? I said, if you want this house, I learned it from you. Get a lawyer. Because I got a lawyer about this house, about my mama's house.
Okay.
I got a lawyer. That's the first thing I did. And I was able to tell her, get a lawyer. See, the amount that you pounded that in my head about my child, she know not to talk to me about this house. Get a lawyer. You want this house? Get a lawyer. Get a lawyer. Yeah.
Just sitting here talking to you, Maria, again, from where I've been and what I walked through, I know you have more stories.
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
know you have more stories.
We could talk forever.
Hey,
Okay.
and we're going to talk again if that's okay, Maria.
That's fine.
Is there something that out of your experience that you got the most knowledge, or if you had to pass on? Because it's really beautiful that even though a lot of things came between you, your daughter, a lot of things you're discovering now, and even though I heard you say about your mother, whatever was her problem, she still was your rock and toe. Is that what I heard?
That's right.
Okay. And
That's right.
now to
That's right.
know that so much time, and we're not going to blame people because you chose some of this. You went that you didn't pull up. And when you don't pull up, there's consequences.
Thank you. People always say, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Well, there's a time you don't think about. You got to think about, I went to prison not for dope. I went to prison for all the shitty shit that I did to people while I was using that mess, okay? That man upstairs said, come on, sister, because you got to go pay a price. There's going to be a price you got to pay in order to redeem yourself to get right.
That's it.
And you've got to be able to walk on the right side of life in order to get what you want.
So you're in a good spot now, Maria?
I'm in a good place.
Your daughter talks to you, you said almost every day?
Every day. I talk to my grandson. We do videos with my grandson, okay? And he's such a blessing.
Well, Maria, if we have an opportunity, I pray that you come back and share another one of your stories. That was and it's not the fact that it always, I know this is going to touch someone, but it's refreshing for you. It lets you know where you came from and where you are today. Woof. I'm sorry, you getting me kind of emotional because it's just wonderful how God can take that situation
and change
it. Change it.
But you got to have the willingness to work with him just as well. And that's where a lot of people get defeated.
That's the only way it's going to work, Maria.
Okay?
You can't do it on your own.
You can't do it by yourself. You can't. Okay? As mad as I get with my job right now, I'm a supervisor.
Come on.
Okay? And I started teaching. I'll be a once a month instructor. So here we go. A different part of my life is starting to evolve now. Okay?
Amen.
I'm not stagnated.
Come on.
Some of us get stagnated and we forget and we think, oh yeah, we cool. Let's go ahead and do this. No. You can't. You can't step backwards, because the minute you step backwards, you're going to be swallowed up in the pits of hell. I've been to hell. I'm not trying to go back. You know where I'm at now in my life? I'm in heaven.
All right. Right here on earth.
Right here on earth.
Come on, girl. You're going to be preaching. We're going to have to come back and we're going to talk to you again. And we'll get another story. Maria, I thank you so much for taking this time with me and sharing this story.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. Well, another episode of Where Were You? And we would like to thank our guests for this evening. Also want to thank New Me. New Me helps sponsor Where Were You? So go on and check it out. New Me /Arkway. Also, go on and hit that like. Go on and hit subscribe. Go on and hit that share. Go on and leave a comment. And if you find anyone that has a story, let me know. And hey, you bless someone today.